Okay, let's see how many people have submitted their mech.
Seconds from disaster.
33 submissions, 33 fucking submissions. On one hand, thanks for all the support coming from you guys since I didn't expect the Welcome to Lancer series to be so popular. On the other hand, that's a lot of fucking mechs. Anyway, let's start introducing the competitors. First up, Imp, from Horus, submitted by Shamus. The Imp is a highly exotic combat suit that strategically places an incarnator, an immobile structure that allows it to rewind its existence and reincarnate indefinitely. It is designed to annoy, harangue, and harass. It achieves its mission when it forces exponentially more resources to be spent on killing it than on fighting the rest of the team. Second, Lusca, from Nekoto and Lusca, submitted by Feline Knave. Lusca, a front-line fighter meant to support hackers, can attack the enemy with rockets, lay traps with mines. It can use a router grenade to create a line of sight bubble for hackers, and its core power increases the effectiveness of load weapons. Third, Byther, from Horus, again, submitted by Ev Jamaranth. Byther, a Horus abomination of an amalgamation that dishes out energy damage within close range with its overshield, making it hard to kill as the battle goes on. Fourth, Kusarikku, from Tiamat Exotic Industrial Biochemicals, submitted by Mizako. Kusarikku is a bruiser control mech. Its main ability is to take a lot of hits, but will give it back tenfold. Fifth, What the Actual Rasputin, from Marley, Ounce and Silver, submitted by Prince of Knives. A waddling juggernaut in eggshell armor, Rasputin supports and defends its allies by tipping the scales of logistics and impairing enemies. Sixth, Moscow Mule, from UIBGMS, submitted by Hellespooks. The UIBGMS Moscow Mule, a gravity-defying energy weapon platform reverse-engineered from a deep space probe corrupted by the Deimos event. Deployed by UIB when subtlety fails and incandescent force is deemed necessary. Seventh, Sappho, from General Massive System, submitted by Mockshake. Developed by GMS as a continuation of the Everest pattern chassis, Sappho is made to meld the pilot's mind and onboard NHP as one, creating a versatile and sturdy mech that's good for line combat and has very solid base stats. My only problem with this mech is that instead of Sappho, it should be named Wife. 8th, Draco, from Bahamut Industries, submitted by Iteration Drive. The Draco is a controller/striker mech. It has a focus on fire and flames, with a variety of systems that manipulate heat and burn effects by setting the battlefield on fire to purge it of evil. 9th, Janus, from Stormcrown Workshop, submitted by Traverser. The Janus is a size 1/2 support mech that uses a blink-like space known as the Threshold. The Janus systems shift and maneuver itself and its allies across the map, similar to how one moves chess pieces across the board. The NHP paired with the Janus, the Terminus class, can force an enemy mech to stop its movement. 10th, Gustav, from SCF, I actually don't know what the acronym stands for because I cannot find it anywhere else, submitted by Bassard. A heavy-range artillery based off the 1940s World War II Gustav Cannon that basically fired bus-sized shells. It has its own future Gustav cannons that can cause damage to itself. 11th, Honeybee, from Greenhouse Emissaries, submitted by Carigna. A hive mind frame that utilizes support systems to make its drones an even bigger nuisance than before. If you like troop management, this may be the one for you. 12th, Thanatos, from Counter-Terror Operations and Logistics Division, submitted by Rad the Lad. A former terror weapon designed to cause mass hysteria from a now eliminated terrorist organization, Thanatos is a master of death used almost exclusively for extermination of criminals, terrorists, and pirates. 13th, Caligula, from Harrison Armory, submitted by Crockett. Caligula is a cruel mech made to harass and impair any foes with mono wires tangling their joints and weapons that wound severely rather than kill, so much so that even winning against it doesn't worth much at all. 14th, Cyrato, from Jaeger Consortium, submitted by Delilah. Built by the Jaeger Consortium to act as a cleaner of whatever ships and stations they've gotten their claws on, the Cyrato is a berserker stuffed to the gills with dangerous, unstable, and nightmarish technology. Most importantly, it's nanoreactive armor that allows it to reanimate the wrecks of what it kills with explosive nanites, creating walking bombs. 15th, Leidenfrost, from Kioradix Advancements, submitted by Creator Unreal. The Leidenfrost is a mech that's focused around freezing its mech with cold and ice-based weapons. It focuses on removing heat and will gradually slow down and immobilize affected targets, leaving them sitting ducks for the rest of the team. 16th, Romeo, from Gold Horizon Inc., submitted by Hovian 41110. A highly mobile flight-capable ranged mech. It fields powerful missiles and kinetic weapons, but stays out of range of its enemies, lest it be shot out of the sky. 17th, Corvus, from Interplanetary Network Knowledge, submitted by I Suppose I Exist. A sneaky sniper mech built to hide in cover and remove all enemies before they even know you're there. Or even know you're on the other side of that wall. 18th, Bake-Kujira, from Kami Yokai Technology, submitted by Daki. A controller that teleports around the battlefield, forcing enemies to make saves or suffer horrible effects, while protecting allies at the cost of its own structure. 19th, Sipahi, from Vanguard Security, submitted by Mr. Grimace. The Sipahi is VS's assault unit. Able to form hard light into structures and weapons, the Sipahi is a formidable melee combatant. As the Sipahi becomes more damaged, the hard light becomes erratic and dangerous to nearby enemies and allies. 20th, Pesilat, from Chandrasekhar and Herschel, submitted by Kaitave. The Pesilat is an esoteric electronic warfare chassis built upon the principles of Roxasa Silat, an itinerant martial art designed for use in conjunction with mechs. A robust and flexible lightweight design, the Pesilat utilizes a physical contact bridge to bypass the need for traditional signal-based systemic invasion, along with a series of integrated reflex modules, reactive haptic/kinesthetic control firmware that acts as a form of muscle memory, giving the Pesilat exceptional physical capabilities in close combat. 21st, Hastur, from Horus, again, submitted by Bear. A tech and area denial mech, using a dangerously shifting nanite hive in its hollow center to consume materials and disrupt/infect enemy systems through babbling code. 22nd, Brusilov, from Harrison Armory, also technically counts as Horus, submitted by Dogfriend68. A mothballed mech project made by Harrison Armory which tears up the fabric of reality around it to create dangerous terrain. Both made and employed by a turncoat scientist. 23rd, Pride, from Downfall Group, submitted by Cybomb. Loud and shiny, this frame distracts enemies from more secretive allies while overwhelming their sensors with laser light. 24th, Anhinga, from Catalum Militia Equipment, submitted by Old Smelborb. The Anhinga is designed to fight with extended threat and range on close-range weapons, including mines and grenades. Its key offensive ability is gaining advantage when ranged attacking someone it's engaged with, improving the option of shooting within melee range. 25th, Archduke, from Smith Shimano Core Pro, submitted by Desiree Space Kami. A small-scale dueling and hunting mech specialized in the use of pistols and shotguns, this fresh-off-the-printers model is targeted at those duelists and hunters in the baronies, generally skewing younger, who prefer firearms to simple melee. 26th, Avarov, from IPS Northstar, submitted by Lesbian Witch Academia. A landmark innovation for IPSN, the Avarov draws inspiration from the amazing shield manipulation abilities of the SSC's White Witch and Saladin. When success is paramount, and collateral damage needs to be as minimal as possible, the Avarov delivers better than any other IPSN mech currently in production. 27th, Bellamy, from IPS Northstar, again, submitted by Deep Basil. The Bellamy was created as an outdoorsman mech for leisure space fishing. It boasts a wide range of utilities and weapons that makes catching and gutting the space fish easier for the common man. In secret, it was developed by IPSN as a way to handle naval combat and maneuver key targets into compromising positions. When you shop IPSN Outdoorsman, you know it's the best. 28th, Galatine, from Thrones, submitted by Neo. Thrones Galatine is a knightly frame that focuses on knocking people in the dirt, as well as using an arsenal of hard light systems to deny them the ability to hide. It also has a secondary focus of putting a lot of heat on enemies and itself. 29th, Atlanta, from Elysium Labs, submitted by Cyborg Mage. A nimble, hunter-themed ranged attacker that specializes in applying lock onto multiple enemies and finding alternative uses for it, such as trading accuracy for damage, using it to predict and dodge attacks or tossing out multiple precise AP attacks at once. 30th, Helmuth, from IPS Northstar, submitted by Mako. An uncommon sight from IPSN's versatile arsenal, the Helmuth speaks of one man's sole desire to cause as much long-range devastation as physically possible. 31st, Varanus, from Hormongandra Arms Manufacturing, submitted by C. Kruger. The Varanus, a biomechanical burn-based frame designed to serve as pest control. 32nd, Typhus, from WW2, submitted by Dice Job. A pure striker made of glued together civilian tech and hopes. Finally, at 33rd, Atlantis, from IPS Northstar, submitted by Nave Render. The Atlantis built to fulfill a request by system security agencies for a mech which could join customs and boarding teams without the excessive collateral damage or casualties of the Tortuga or Caliban. A squad robust frame outfitted with a frigate's computing core, the Atlantis represents IPSN's first steps into dedicated mech-scale systemic warfare. With all the mechs introduced, let's start the voting phase of this competition. Now listen up, down below in the description is the link to the poll as well as links to all the Google Docs the homebrew mechs will be in so you too can check them out for yourself. The poll is a multiple options poll, so you can pick as many of your favorite as you can, and after 2 weeks, the top 5 winners will have guarantee spots in Season 2 of Welcome to Lancer. With that done, the voting phase starts now.